Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video we take a look at 18 things we know about Bendy and the Dark Revival. The following video is a list of compiled known facts for the upcoming game, as well as a few educated guesses based on information we currently have. To make things clearer, everything confirmed as fact will display this icon, while things assumed but so far not confirmed will not. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into a look at everything we currently know about Bendy and the Dark Revival. As with the original game, Bendy and the Ink Machine, it has been confirmed that Bendy and the Dark Revival will release episodically, which essentially means it launches one chapter at a time. With this in mind, we should realistically expect the full game to take at least a year to fully release, if not longer. Bendy and the Ink Machine, although made by a smaller team, took nearly 2 years to fully develop. There has been much confusion as to the statement made by Mike Mood, the co-owner of Joey Drew Studios and one of the lead developers behind the new Bendy game. Mike stated the following: "What I can say regarding Bendy and the Ink Machine is we are not making a sequel, we are not making a prequel, and there is no Bendy and the Ink Machine 2. However, Bendy will return." In a recent AMA on Reddit, Mike Mood was asked for clarification on this statement and replied with the following message: "Bendy and the Dark Revival's story technically is not a prequel or a sequel. It's actually quite complex, which I'm not going to spoil. To get the real answer, you'll just have to wait until Bendy and the Dark Revival is released to get the full story." My personal theory is that this new game could take place over multiple timelines, and therefore act as both a prequel and sequel, but that's just a theory. From the very first trailer titled Return to the Studio, to the very obvious fact that these halls shown in screenshots and trailers are eerily familiar, it is a known fact that Dark Revival's main location is to be the iconic Joey Drew Studios once again. However, this time it seems we will be exploring new and unseen areas, such as the Animation Wing, Animation Alley, shown off in the most recent trailer. In Bendy and the Ink Machine, we stepped into the shoes of hapless ex-animator Henry Stein.
Alright, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
However, this follow-up game changes things up as we assume the role of female protagonist Audrey, a character who seems to have been reanimated from the ink itself and now possesses special powers. It seems as though Audrey is unsure how she awakes in this world and why she has taken on her new form.
This feels wrong.
But we won't be alone. It seems Dark Revival will provide backup in the form of Allison Angel. We encountered Allison toward the end of Henry's adventure, and along with Tom Boris, she aided him in his quest to reach and shut down the Ink Machine. It seems she will take on a far more prevalent role in Dark Revival, acting as a guide and mentor of sorts to Audrey as she gets used to her new body and the world around her.
Keep moving and stay close to the shadows.
As seen by the vaporization of this Butcher Gang member in the gameplay reveal, and then further displayed here in the latest 2020 trailer, Audrey seems to have magical abilities. These are contained within her hand, which glows with a spiral-like pattern. It seems like these abilities may grow in power as Audrey explores the studio. Remember how Alice Angel tasked Henry with collecting hearts, which she then planned to consume in her quest to become perfect. It seemed as though by eating these hearts, Alice's appearance became more and more in line with a perfect version of her cartoon counterpart. However, while eating these hearts grew her more powerful, they also diminished her humanity, the sweet, good-natured Susie Campbell giving way to the evil Alice Angel persona as inky darkness spread throughout her body and poisoned her mind.
Are you ready to ascend, my little errand boy? The heavens are waiting.
In the latest trailer for Dark Revival, we see a shot of Audrey clutching a beating heart freshly ripped from a fallen enemy. It seems as though she is considering whether to eat it or not. This is likely a choice left up to the player. Consume these hearts and grow more powerful, but lose Audrey's humanity, or abstain and face a greater challenge, yet stay on a more virtuous path. The choice is in our hands.
Don't be afraid. Don't let the darkness take you. You may walk with angels, or cower before demons. But one thing always remains: the choices you make.
Again, if we look at the design of the pattern on Audrey's hand, we can see a direct parallel with this sketch first glimpsed when using the looking glass tool in Henry's cell during Bendy Chapter 5. The way her hand glows also lines up with the way the secret messages glow in the previous games too. This could mean Audrey was the character secretly trying to help Henry during his adventure, and in turn that Henry's story may be elaborated on during Dark Revival. Check out this theory for more information on this concept. I'll leave a link at the end of this video. You may have noticed the mysterious Gent company seen throughout the studio in Bendy and the Ink Machine are once again prevalent in promotional material for Dark Revival, designing brand new gadgets such as this heavy-duty lock mechanism for Audrey to overcome, although she does this with some brand new tools which also seem to be designed by Gent. It seems likely this company, once shrouded in mystery, may play a larger part in Dark Revival, with their role at the studio being made clearer to us. While Bendy and the Ink Machine offered players a range of weapons to combat the inky monstrosities found around the studio, none of them really evolved during gameplay. From a brief glimpse of this workstation seen here in the Dark Revival gameplay trailer, it suggests this new game may allow for weapon upgrades. This is perhaps why Audrey's Gent pipe seems modified with an electrical ability in this very same trailer. In Bendy and the Ink Machine, we used these clocking in devices to save our progress as we explored Joey Drew Studios.
Always on time.
In Dark Revival, game progress will be made as easy or difficult as the player wishes, thanks to the inclusion of a save anywhere mechanic. This was recently confirmed by Mike Mood on Twitter. One thing I wanted to let you all know is what we're doing for Bendy and the Dark Revival saves. Limitless saves with autosaves. You'll be able to save anytime, anywhere, as many times as you want, and go back to any save point. Judging by the latest trailer, it seems as though the Lost Ones will have a far more distinctive appearance in the Dark Revival, taking on both male and female forms rather than their clone-like guise featured throughout Henry's original adventure. As well as returning enemies such as the Butcher Gang, Searchers and Lost Ones, who now have a far more ferocious and detailed appearance, we have seen glimpses of a new enemy design. This gigantic hulking Searcher partially made up from debris melded into the ink. These terrifying enemies are likely one of several new creations set to appear in this new Bendy game. During both the audio log teasers and in the gameplay reveal, we hear the following unknown character speak.
How very interesting. Such knowledge. A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself.
This sinister voice belongs to a character who seems to seek knowledge, and personally I believe this creepy audio may belong to none other than the ink demon himself, Bendy. The reason why I feel this voice may belong to Bendy is due to his redesign in Dark Revival, a makeover that first leaked with the early launch of merchandise including clothing and action figures. Here we see Bendy's new look, which features a more muscular body and scary humanoid teeth. He certainly looks like a character able to speak now, and it could be that he has evolved since the events of the original game, with this evolution granting him the ability to communicate. These Bendy toys also reveal what could be several different forms of Bendy, including this cute looking cartoon version. So in theory, we may see variations of the dancing demon, some friendlier than others. The early launch of Dark Revival merch didn't just shed light on Bendy's redesign, however, it also tells us which characters we can expect to see returning for the new game. These returning characters are Sammy, Allison, and Tom Boris. So sorry Buddy Boris fans, it seems he won't be making a comeback anytime soon. While Bendy and the Dark Revival was announced in early 2019 and later given a fall 2019 release date, trouble at the studio resulted in downsizing and re-evaluation of all projects. With this, development for Dark Revival was essentially reset, as the new smaller team, still headed up by original creators Vermeetly and Mike Mood, decided to take their upcoming project in a brand new direction. One they were happier with, to deliver the experience they felt their fans deserved, a worthy successor to the original game, Bendy and the Ink Machine. Here is a quote from Mike Mood taken from his Reddit AMA. Bendy and the Dark Revival specifically is all that we are focusing on, which we restarted on October 21st with a new project and new direction with a team of under 10. Due to this resetting of the project, Bendy and the Dark Revival was delayed into 2020, with no firm release or timeframe given. It seems likely it may be further off than we imagined. Co-creator Mike Mood tweeted the following: "We have no intentions of missing dates anymore or rushing to hit dates anymore. So for Bendy and the Dark Revival Chapter 1 specifically, you'll see it in 2020 when it's done." Of course, in the meantime, you can be sure any further trailers and noteworthy information will be covered right here at SuperHorrorBro as we await the first chapter's release. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video and would like to keep up with the latest videos from me. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.